Toucan Play That Game is proudly sponsored by NiceGameShop.com, the place to go for rare and unusual Asian games. Hi, I'm Michael. Take a seat and I'll tell you about Barenpark by Mayfair Games. A game where you're each trying to build up the best bear park you can in different countries of the world. The way this all works is on your turn you will place a tile on your park. Depending on where you place your tile, you'll cover up different icons. The icon you cover up will then trigger an effect, allowing you to take other tiles or allowing you to expand your park. Your park can never be bigger than 4 tiles, and once you complete a tile, you get to build a bear statue. This is another thing that's going to give you points along with the tiles that you're filling up your park with. The game will end once someone has filled all 4 tiles of their park. So this is a very simple game. I've just explained how you play in a nutshell. What do I actually think of it? Well, component wise, I think it's very good components. The cardboard is all very good, high quality. I think the artwork is absolutely adorable and nice. It's a bit basic, a bit repetitive, but I like it. I just think it does a really nice job. It's light, it's bright. And that's the game as well. It is a light, bright game. If you're expecting a heavy game, this is not going to be it. Yes, there is strategy, there is choices, there is no randomness in this really, other than in the setup. And the only real randomness in the setup comes if you're using the advanced mode and using these special scoring conditions, which I highly recommend you do because they don't really add that much more complexity, but they highly improve the game. The replay value is so much better because of these. Otherwise, you've always got the same market of tiles there. The only thing that's going to change is the order in which people buy them. And so that means the game can feel quite samey. But if you're using these, it forces you to try different things, to do different things, to kind of go after different things in different speed because you want to get the most points for them. Otherwise, it's just trying to get each tile first, that's just taking whichever tile has the most points and trying to kind of fill your park as best as you can, which is a nice spatial awareness puzzle for a nice easy game. But by adding these in, suddenly you might go, oh, I need to make my park really long this time so I can do a long line of roads, or so I can fit in these specific tiles because I need a block of these or a block of that. And that really changes up the game and is what gives this its replay value to my mind. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is not the replay value, but the scaling. How does this game scale? Well, it scales really well to my mind. I've played it with 2, 3 and 4 and it just works well. The way it scales is a lot of the tiles stay the same, like all those yellow digger tiles, the really expensive ones, stay the same. But you reduce the number of white cement truck tiles and of green wheelbarrow tiles, which means that it keeps it quite tight and kind of mean in a way, except for the single space and 2 space. And that's why it's a meaner game at 4 players than 2. It's never hugely mean, but in a 4-player game, all of these single tiles are going to go. And people are going to be there going, oh, I can't complete that tile anymore. And you'll maybe get a bit of that in a 2-player game, but because this is one of those tiles that does not vary in number, it's they're much more valuable in a 4-player game. And you need to make sure you get them built up before they go, even though you might not need them at that point. And that's where kind of strategy can come in this game. There is strategy, but it is light. It is an introductory game. This is a game that people who are not used to playing games will be able to sit down, enjoy and play with you. And you'll be, okay, the setup is a bit clunky, putting all the stuff out. They won't probably be able to help with that. But explaining the game, you tell them, place a tile, that's it. You then resolve that tile. It's that simple. It's beautiful in that simplicity, in that ease of play. It's quick playing. You can play it with anyone. So the final thing I want to mention is this is the insert. yeah, these 3 bits. You kind of slot them together and you get an insert. And it's completely pathetic, completely useless. I wish they hadn't even bothered. I'd rather have no insert than have this. I think it's complete waste. I'm never going to use it. I've just bagged up all the components, and yeah, this doesn't hold anything in any way, shape or form or useful at all. But other than the insert, an absolutely fantastic game that I love and will be keeping in my collection for a long time. That's Barenpark by Mayfair Games. I do hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you have, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel, as well as subscribing and sharing. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.